Hey Tubies! This video is going to be about divination. There are lots and lots of different ways of using divination. Divination is a tool that you can use to help identify thoughts or happenings, things that you might be dealing with emotionally or mundanely, and you don't necessarily know, can't get your thoughts in order, you kind of want some answers, don't really have anybody to seek and guide, you pray or meditate, haven't quite gotten the answers, you just need a little bit of something. It's like that extra special piece to a recipe. You want a little extra something to help you out. So I'm going to show you a couple things that I have. Here, there's also, besides tarot cards, pendulum, and runes, there's also scrying, and with black mirror scrying, regular mirror, there's smoke, there's fire, there's certain people who are able to see visions in smoke, certain people who are able to see visions in water, crystal balls, and also in the black mirror. Me personally, I don't connect with it very well, have no ability to be able to get any of the answers I need, so that doesn't work for me. I will show you the things that work for me and that have worked for me for years and years. First, I'm going to show you my pendulum. You can get these pretty much anywhere, any metaphysical store, stone store. They usually come in a different type rock. This one particularly is an amethyst. You can get one with your birthstone. You can get one that's just a clear quartz crystal. You can also, if you don't have the money to buy one, you can also make one. If you have a ring, you take your ring, put it on a piece of string, and you just as well have a great pendulum that you can use. Same as the old trick that when people are pregnant and they use their wedding ring to put it around the baby's or the mother's stomach, whichever way it swings, old wives' tale tells you what the sex of the baby is. Now with pendulums, it's very important for you to carry it around with you when you first get it. And it's basically called programming. You want it to get in tune with your energy and your vibes, and that way it's very consistently working for you, and you can tell all the time how it works and if it's working for you and it's correct. It's different for everybody. So if somebody says swinging one way is this way is yes and this way is no, it's not always that way. But you get to the point where you will ask it. And you'll tell it, and you'll be like, what is yes? And my yes is when it goes back and forth. And the stronger the answer, the stronger the swing, of course. What answer, which way is no? And it'll take some time, because it's got to go around. And it's just going to go back and forth. Now, if you get it, I don't know, or maybe, sometimes it'll go around in a circle. Or a really odd direction, and then it's better for you to concentrate on it and ask again later. You also can use these to find something. If you have lost an item and you can no longer find it, if you are connected enough with your pendulum, you can, it's kind of like playing hot or cold. You can take it around and be able to find it. The bigger it swings, the closer you are to your object. So that's just a little handy tool. These are great for yes and no questions. As far as any other insights go, it's not very good for that. But if you have direct answers that you want direct answers for, or direct questions that you want direct answers for, this little tool is brilliant, and it's very portable. Next would be some tarot cards. Now there's all kinds of different decks. Lots and lots of decks. A lot of them go by the cups and the swords and the wands. If you have the Solitary Witch book, it'll go kind of in depth with you on that. I personally have never been very good with those. They're very hard for me to read, and I don't connect with them very well. So I have always gone with oracle cards. My number one choice for oracle cards is the Osho Zen deck. It's all emotions. The cards are absolutely beautiful. But it has stuff about fighting, lovers, letting go, friendliness, compromise, existence. And what's great about these kind of tarot cards is you will get a little book with them. I don't have my Osho Zen book one. But you get a book with them, and it will tell you basically what that card means. And it doesn't matter how many times over the years you will pull one particular card and you read that same meaning over and over. Every single time it has something different, because you know within yourself what it's going to relate to. Now another great one, especially if you love fairies, and you connect with the fairy realm, I highly recommend the Fairy Ring card deck. These cards are absolutely beautiful. They incorporate fairies and gnomes and witches and wizards and all kinds of stuff. Unicorns and dragons, and it's a great deck. It also lets you know what fairies and gnomes might be incorporating in your life or causing disruption, or what energies you have around that you might need to get rid of. So these are great. If you really work, Fairy Ring is great if you really work with the fairy realm. And then the Osho Zen deck is great for those who are connected with their emotions and their mind and their spirit, and they just need certain insights on where they're going or where they need to be, or how to handle certain situations, put it that way. Now, there's all kinds of ways that you can lay tarot cards, all kinds of different patterns. One of my personal quick favorites is to shuffle the cards. Now, you can shuffle the cards and just draw them straight out, however they come out. Do a quick reading, past, present, future, or ongoing, gonna happen later. My particular favorite, and I necessarily didn't get this anywhere, I just have been doing it for years and years, and it has always really connected with me, and I have always gotten the most answers from. It's doing the pyramid. I will lay down 5 cards and look at them and see what they have to say. You know, this one's being creative, I'm in my rightness, I'm near completion, getting connected with the world and the outside world, establishing myself, and learning to slow myself down. Yes, it's something I have to do. Moment to moment, but each level, this is how I'm dealing now. This is what I'm going to be dealing with, incorporating with everything else. The next level is what's going to be coming up. Last level is going to be something that incorporates the feelings and situations I need to incorporate to this third level. And then the last card is usually the top, the peak, my big lesson learned, where I need to put my most focus, and if I'm right on or if I'm not right on. I know some of this might sound a little jumbled to you, but if you play around with your deck, or you've learned divination and you're connected with yourself and the deities and such, this will make more sense to you. If you have any questions, email me, message me, make a video response. I love video responses. I love making them back. So do that. Highly encourage that. Last but not least is going to be runes. Runes have been around forever. Norwegians use them. Vikings use them. You don't have to necessarily buy them. You can make these. You can go get a piece of wood and chop it up into little slats and little pieces and paint them on there. You can engrave them in stones, paint them on stones. You can do it on just about anything, but it's great to go to the river and collect a few pebbles and then paint on the pebbles the different rune symbols. When you pull runes, you can either throw them all out and see which ones are up and out and do a reading from that. My favorite personally is to draw them from the bag, and once you draw them, you put them how they are. These do have reversed meanings. Not all runes are reversed or have reversed meanings. Some of them, they're just upright, upside down, doesn't matter. But you pull 3. And my runes have never been wrong. They're always right. And even if I don't even know what I want to do divination for, I just feel like pulling some runes and finding out some stuff. Runes are perfect. They never lie. They're always right on. And there are a whole bunch of books out there. Solitary Witch, Ravenwolf's book has got them in it, you know, the meanings and such, and even a few different layouts you can do. If you don't have that book and you just do want to get a different book, can't decide which ones you want to do, this book right here by Lisa Pichel, I hope I said that right. It's a $5 book. It is a great book. It tells you how to make runes. It gives you definitions on each one. It also shows how to make sigils, which are different incantations that you can put paint on, you know, a box that you're shipping, or your binder for school, or your hand for test day, or your hand for a raise, anything that you want to concentrate on. But runes are great little symbols, and nobody necessarily knows what they mean except for you. So it's very empowering, and it's something that you can use in your everyday life, and it's very, very easy to do. And runes are cheaper and better to do than any other form of divination, I believe. If you can't afford to do anything because you don't have any money or the resources, make you some runes. They're great. So that is that. I really hope this helps you guys out. And it's also good to, when you do a reading, particularly in a circle during a ritual, or during an Esbit, full moon or new moon, it's great to actually write down the questions that you want to ask, or actually just write down the responses that you got. If you're just doing runes, write down which ones you pulled. That way you can go back and reference it towards everything else you're doing when you do your studies. It's good to study at least a couple nights a week. Read your books, flip through them, write down some new information, things that intrigue you, grasp your interest, and other things that you want to work on or get to know better. But it's very important to continue to be in your practice and make it part of your daily life, and part of your weekly studies. It's very important. Just like people would go to church once or twice a week, you want to make sure that you devote some time to Wicca and to your spirituality in general. Otherwise, you're never going to grow. You're just going to continue to be stagnant, and it's not going to go anywhere. You're not going to get the results you need. You have to make it happen. Just like I've said in my other videos, it's always up to you to make stuff happen. You can't just wait around and pray all day and just wait for something to be served you on a silver platter. You have to force the energy and effort and the goodwill and good thoughts to make stuff happen. Otherwise, it's just never going to manifest, and you're going to not manifest anything. You're going to be in a whirlpool of just down spiraling nothingness, and that sucks. So that's it. I love you guys, and I'll be doing a video pretty soon on Candlemas and Imbolc, and we'll get some ideas for your ritual, and we'll even do a little setup ritual. I'm also going to be doing a live broadcast on Friday on Stickum. I'm going to start doing those pretty good weekly. There's always new information posted up on my website, The Green Eyed Owl, and it's greeneyedowl.org, not .com. So make sure you check that out. Join me on Facebook, follow me, and we're going to get this show on the road. It's going to be a great year, 2012. I love you guys very much. Take care, and bye.